skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons.
The sun was set hours ago, leaving Bailey alone in her family's sprawling estate. Her parents were out of town for the weekend, leaving the young girl to fend for herself. It wasn't her first time being alone, but it was the first time she felt so uneasy. The night was particularly still and dark, the silence almost audible. Bailey heard a sound from outside her window and jumped in surprise. She nervously glanced out to see nothing more than a large tree swaying in the wind. She sighed in relief, only to be startled by another sound, the sound of someone trying to open the front door. Bailey's heart raced as she scrambled to find a safe place to hide. She heard the door opening and hurried to her bedroom, locking it tightly behind her. She crouched in the corner of her room, trembling in fear as footsteps echoed through the hall. Overcome with terror, Bailey scrambled to call the police, but before she had a chance, she heard a voice coming from outside her door hallway. Her heart nearly stopped, as the voice called out her name. Bailey stayed silent, too scared to move. She tried to call the police, but her phone battery died. She quickly put her phone in the charger, waiting eagerly for it to charge. But suddenly, the lights went out. Now she got stuck in a room with no lights. She opened the door and cautiously stepped outside, checking every corner of the house. She descended the stairs carefully and made her way to the kitchen to find a flashlight. She searched through each drawer to locate it. But then she heard her name again. "Bailey, where are you?" She quickly started to look for a knife, but it was too dark. She hid in the pantry. The footsteps came closer and closer and suddenly stopped. She didn't move a muscle for what felt like hours, even though it was only a few minutes. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps became faint and moved upstairs. As soon as Bailey exited the pantry, someone grabbed her from behind and attempted to bring her upstairs. She responded quickly and struck him in his lower legs, which caused the attacker to scream out in agony and let go of her. Without a pause, she sprinted towards the neighbor's home and didn't stop until she made it there. Once there, she realized that whoever had come into her house was still after her. She raced around the neighborhood, desperately seeking help. A woman was taking a walk with her dog. Bailey asked for her help. She took Bailey in her house and called the police. The police arrived in 5 minutes, and they found the intruder in her house, hiding in the pantry. It turns out that he was a serial killer on the loose. Police were searching for him for years and they finally caught him. His mission was to finish Bailey, which was written in his pocket-sized notebook along with his plan to kill her. He had arranged everything in her room and placed the tools he intended to use on her bed. Bailey was extremely surprised to find out that he knew she was hiding in the pantry. She couldn't help but think about what might have happened if he had found her and hurt her. All she knew for sure was that she wouldn't be staying alone at her family's estate ever again.